What about me, Kate?
Big up Kate, man. Big up Kate.
Kate just said, "Fuck you, Miguel."
Yeah,
Hey, all I'm
Miguel
gonna
and
say is,
Anton, 100%. I will not be pleased with
fair
either
play
of
to
you
you,
at
Kate.
all.
Fair play to you, Kate, because we're the rest of the Tottenham fans. Where are they? Come outside every single year. You guys go hiding after losing. Fair play to Kate. Fair play to the gentleman. I'm not sure if he's an Arsenal fan or a Tottenham fan.
Ethan,
He's wearing
yeah,
white.
he's Spurs.
Yeah, he's wearing white, so I assume so. But when it comes to right now, guys, what do we expect? This was the easiest North London derby in years since we haven't. There's no Kane, no Son, nobody in this team to actually threaten us. And Richarlison scored a goal out of nowhere. But for us to score 4 goals is great. The thing that I love the most about this game was the fact that we had so many different pieces come in and out, interchangeable, and it didn't really phase us. Hincapie came in, didn't really phase us. Moreno started again, another game, another big game. He opened up the game. Trossard needs some respect on his name. Four GA in the last 4 games. And then Eze turned them down to come to Arsenal to only score a hat-trick on their head tops in the first game that he plays against them at the Emirates in the North London derby. The first hat-trick in the Premier League era for Arsenal in a North London derby. Unbelievable. 47 years we haven't had a player score a hat-trick versus Tottenham in the North London derby. So that is a feat in its own. And I love the fact that this team is so together. They were all looking to get the ball to him. No one was selfish. Everyone was selfless. The team is playing as a unit. And it sucks that we didn't keep the clean sheet, but we made a statement to all you people who were sitting at home with your popcorn, your drinks, ready to wait and see if Arsenal were going to drop points in this game because you thought, you know what, it might be an opportunity for you to get ahead. I was seeing Liverpool fans and City fans celebrating the fact that Arsenal were going to be missing Gabriel Magalhaes in the international break, only for them to drop points and for us to further extend our lead. It's poetic. It's justice. It's whatever you want to call it. Kate, today's not about Tottenham. It's not about Tottenham. We've been doing this for the last how many years? 16 plus years we've been doing this at our ground. You haven't beaten us in the league. What today was about was, one, send a statement to everybody in the league. We are not the same team. You do not come to our ground and think you can do nothing. They came respectful. And I think if they didn't come respectful, the scoreline could have been way worse. 4-1 is flattering the way that you played. You did not offer nothing. You shouldn't have scored a single goal. And we maybe could have got an extra 2 more goals in this game. I think a fair result would have been like 6-0. But right now, you need to just humble yourselves and realize you guys are not a top 4 team. I think genuinely Tottenham are lucky that they've picked up points early in the season against Man City before they had Donnarumma and stuff, because I don't think you guys have the creativity. I don't think you guys have the difference makers in the final third, and I don't see any quality going forward from Tottenham. The only reason why you guys are good away from home is because you play pragmatic and you try to catch people out on the break. You can't do that versus top teams. You've seen that versus Manchester United, Chelsea, now Arsenal.
How can we humble ourselves? I haven't come on here and said anything that isn't humble at all.
No,
I think you need to
Sometimes
humble yourself until you win something, Egal. You come on here giving it large about how brilliant you are, but at the moment you haven't won anything. Do I think you'll win the league? Yes, I do. But until then, maybe you need to humble yourself.
That's only because the month isn't May yet. Once May comes around, we will have won stuff.
The thing is, it's cute doing the whole thing. You haven't won anything. Right now, as of November 23rd, you can't win a trophy. It's a new season. What we know is Arsenal are currently one of the best teams in the Champions League, one of the best teams in the league, and I do back my team with the squad depth that we have to compete on all fronts. I don't think you can say the same. So I don't think you're in a position to tell me what to think.
Well, you just told me to humble myself. That's why I'm coming back at you, because I don't know what I said that wasn't humble.
No, it's not about you, Kate. Sometimes the remarks is about other fans. I hear Deji. I heard Deji and other Tottenham fans after 5 games saying we're the same. We're on the same points. I heard after you guys were 4 points behind us in second or third early in the season, I was hearing, you know what, Tottenham is not too far away from Arsenal. We might be looking at the wrong race.
Now, even this game, bro, these man were saying, look at our away record. Do you know what I mean? Our away record is a bit mad. Don't let us catch you.
Then you look at that away record, you realize it's kind of fraudulent. Outside of Manchester City, they're supposed to beat the rest of the teams. So you need to put context behind some of these things.
But Kate didn't say nothing.
Long story short, Arsenal is the superior
Humble yourself,
team.
Kate. Humble yourself, Kate.
Yeah, humble yourself.
Arsenal is a superior team to every team in this goddamn league, and nobody's gonna touch us unless we have a catastrophic fall off.
Oh, please let you fuck up, please.
But my question is, Kate, where would that fuck up come from? Where, like, tell me what would have to happen
I'm just asking God
for it
to make it happen. I don't know where it comes from. Just for fans like you and Egal, let it happen on all things sacred. Please let it happen.
You know something? Takeaway rivalry. As a football fan, you watched Arsenal play today. Didn't that teach you something?
Yeah, it taught me that Eze is far too good. That's why he's gone to you. But it didn't teach me nothing else.
What about Trossard?
I've seen Arsenal play far better than that today. We were terrible. We put up 0 fight at all.
Ethan, from a Spurs perspective, how frustrated were you that you didn't, even though you played, nothing wrong with trying to absorb, but there was no outlet. There was no way you were going to attack. There was no way of threading the ball through the lines. I mean, how frustrated were you with Thomas Frank's approach to it today, Ethan?
Oh, yeah. Really, really frustrated from the off. I think Gary Neville summed it up. We showed that we focused too much on, yes, Arsenal are a great team, and we've got to be respectful when we're defending them, or else they will score 6. But like, we focused way too heavily on the fact that we needed to play 5 back, and then had no outlet. Yes, Richarlison is probably our second choice striker, but like, we had 0 outlet. I said it to my dad whilst watching it. I was like, this Brentford mentality that he's brought in against big teams like the bigger teams like Chelsea, like Arsenal today. Yes, we probably should have played fight back maybe, but we've got to think of that defensive that outlet. Like when he was at Brentford, he had that 5 back, and then he had Wissa and he had Mbeumo, where he could play these counter-attacking football. At Spurs at the minute, we have so many injuries in attack. Well, a few injuries in attack, which are crucial, like Kulusevski, like Solanke, like Maddison, to name a few. But like, he really, really frustrated the Spurs fans today in the way that he played, in the way that we set out. And then the damage was done second half. Yes, he brought Xavi on, then they score another. But like, if we set out, maybe play 5 back for the first 10, 15 minutes, settle us into the game, but then switch it up, switch it up into like how we started off the second half. Yes, we conceded, but like, we can all agree second half we had a little bit more of the ball. Doesn't mean we did much with it, but like, we had a little bit more of the ball. We played a few more passes. The goal came from nowhere. We didn't really we offered nothing, which is, by the way, completely unacceptable for any game, let alone a North London derby. So for me, it's completely unacceptable and just a ridiculous way to lose a North London derby. But I'll be honest, we all saw it coming. Most of us saw it coming. That like, yeah, Arsenal were gonna, well, unless something major happened, were gonna batter us, or were gonna put a good number past us. Because you've seen us in these games. You've seen us in previous games. Because teams could have capitalised a lot better, but today we really were capitalised upon, and they got their reward.
Ethan, I agree with you massively. I feel that Spurs, I thought your start to the season was very good. The last 4 or 5 games, though, I feel that you've gone too negative without an outlet, as you say. That there's nowhere for you guys there's nowhere for you to go. There's no way to, Kudos a few times, pick the ball up, and it was almost, well, if he can dribble past 2 or 3 players, you might make it. You were taking those free kicks from inside your own half and going long, and I'm not going to plagiarize Gary Neville. So I'll just say it was Gary Neville that said it, and he was right. But you're knocking the ball long against one of the best set-piece teams in the world, who have got giants at the back. If David and Goliath thought again, and David went, I know what I'll do, I'm going to have a fist fight this time, he's going to get snapped in half. You've got to try something different. You've got to try and go with a different approach. And I thought you were too predictable, too basic today. And Thomas Frank's better than that. And I've seen him make you play better. The way you played against PSG Super Cup. You had an outlet, you defended, and you had an outlet. You were brave in your counterattacks. against Chelsea, I felt for large parts against Man United, and we're not at Chelsea and Arsenal's level, in my opinion. And then today, those 3 games, it was just no imagination, no confidence to attack. It was frustrating. I am a neutral, even though you're both rivals of mine in the top 6 element. I was watching it and I was shouting at my screen, going, "What are you doing?" It was weird. It was weird to me. It was weird.
There was one team in it today, and like it's hard for me as a Spurs fan to sit here and expect and like not be surprised that we had 0.07 xg. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely shocking to me. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, something's obviously got to change, but like, I think as a Spurs fan, we're all waiting for Dominic Solanke to come back. I'll be honest. Richarlison, yes, maybe he holds the ball up a little bit, but he doesn't really offer much else. He had a great finish today, but he can't lead the line, in my opinion, week in, week out.
Yeah, Richarlison's one of those players, and he does it. He'll have like a moment in a few games. You go, oh, I don't know if you Spurs fans do this. There's United players have done it within the last decade, where they're bad. Then they have a good game or two, or they score a good goal, and you go, I hope this is the catalyst that sends him to the next level. But it never happens. He never. I'm sure Arsenal fans remember what it was like with Lacazette and players like that, where they do something good, you go, oh, maybe now we'll get a consistent quality player. It's just not going to happen with Richarlison. He's just never going to be that guy. He
takes his shirt off, and then all hell breaks loose. Like, we concede another one, or we lose a game. It's like, keep your shirt on, mate. Learn from your mistakes. But
I hear you. I hear you, Ethan.
As they make fun of him, he was like,
yeah. I did chuckle at that, to be fair.
Jason, I want to come to you because I know you've got a shoot in the moment, Jason, but I know you're someone that's been hypercritical in the past, and that's fair, okay? But I wanted to ask you something about today's game. Try and keep it on to today's game if we can. You've still got a number of injuries. Gabriel out, Odegaard out, your strikers are all out. How happy were you with Mikel Arteta's and the team's approach to today's game and handling that required rotation? How good do you think you look, considering this isn't your strongest team?
First of all, I want to say, let it all work out. Come on, bruv. Let's go. But yeah, man, honestly, I felt like Hincapié coming in, of course, for Gabriel, I felt like there was no difference between the starting 11, the back 4 itself. Hincapié, he came in, did a solid job, his first start of the season itself. So I was absolutely happy with that. The key injuries came back, like Noni Madueke and Martinelli came back for the game as well. Obviously, it didn't really use as much. Like, they haven't been kind of playing as much as soon as. But I think the squad still is the best that we've seen in the last 6 years that Arteta had been looking at. And that's expected, because this year we're meant to be expecting to win things. And I'm strongly on his case. But at the same time, you know what? We're top of the league. We're like 7 points clear. Pretty much 6 points clear, 7 points clear. And I feel like with the squad rotation, that we had over the last couple of games, yes, we were uttermost up till perfect except for the Sunderland game. Like, except for the Sunderland game, we were absolutely perfect. And I like the way Arteta actually kind of rotated his squad here and there, XYZ. But at the same time, I do have to have a little bit of criticism down there, a little bit, because I am a perfectionist here and there. But maybe we can actually kind of take off players like in the 60th minute, 56th minute, ideally, to give that rest here and there. There is a lot of injuries here and there that has been going on often, which I don't like. I don't know, maybe because of the high intensity of training here and there. That kind of a little bit worrying, because every game has been at least one player has been injured, either Gyökeres or Madueke injury or XYZ rotating. But yeah, man, we're getting most of our players back. That's the most important thing. And it's a key period of the season as well, Christmas period, where we have like literally 3 games a week, literally, even including Carabao Cup. And that's the most important thing. And Arteta, he needs to kind of improve on his game management a little bit more. But overall, he has been doing well in terms of taking players, rotating players off. It's just the substitutions that is coming off late. That's what kind of worries me, because Saka, he needs to get a little bit of cotton wool as well, just in case. Declan Rice, obviously, he's been overplayed as well. He needs to be wrapped in cotton wool as well. But other than that, you know what, he did a fantastic job this season.
Overplayed. Like
I feel like, to be honest, man, like, he played pretty much every other game. To be honest, Declan Rice, come on.
That's what happens. You're at your club and at City and at Liverpool and at all the top clubs across Europe. The best players, the core, play pretty much every game. When they were fit, John Terry played every game. Lampard pretty much played every game. Drogba played every game. If you go back to your invincible team, I guarantee there's 3 or 4 who played nearly every single proper Champions League game and proper league game. That's normal.
But then again, I don't want to see the drop off in it, just in case he gets injured. I'm not seeing Norgard in that midfield, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see Norgard in that midfield. So I'm just saying, like, unless
you don't want to see him, but you don't want to see him in the midfield. But then you want him rotated for him.
I mean, when we're like 4-0 up or something, 3-0 up, why not?
I get the panic, but as a general rule, if you just go and look at every top team that you've ever known in the last 20 years and look at go look at how many games Xavi and Iniesta started. Go and look how many games Michael Carrick skulls in their pomp. You know, Roy Keane especially. Unless they're sent off, there might be occasional League Cup. I get, right. You got an easy League Cup game, an easy FA Cup game. Put him on the bench. The last couple of Champions League games on the bench. Declan Rice should be starting by and large every single Premier League game you play. Has to.
I hear that, but then again, I just feel like when we're like 3-0 up, 4-0 up or something, we just take him off a little bit. You know, it's one of those things. Like, obviously, he's the first thing in the team sheet. But yeah, going into the game anyway. Going into the game, I'm just saying, like, I've seen Tottenham fans here saying Christian Romero over Gabriel, man. You man need to relax, man. I can't lie. You man need to relax. That's what I'm saying, because you know what? Just like Van der Ven in the starting 11, I'm just like, bro, you just got put in a spliff, man. But Eze, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, overall, dominant display. That's what I want to see this whole season. And with Arteta, I want to make this clear. I want to make it really clear. Yes, I mean Arteta's back. Yes, I want him to win every game this season. Anyway, I've been wanting him out ever since he came in. But at the same time, this guy needs to win something. Unless and so far he's doing a good job at the moment.
I hear that, Jace. Right, before I move on from you, I went and looked. So in the Champions League this season, you played 4 games. He started on the bench in one of them, Declan Rice, and he came off in the last game when you were 3-0 up. He came off with like 10-15 minutes to go. In the Premier League, he's been subbed off 3 times and started one of the games on the bench. I think, and in the EFL Cup, he's been on the bench and he's come on for like the last 10 minutes of those games. But for me, that's pretty normal for your best midfielder to for a season so far to have 3 or 4 appearances from the bench and be subbed off 3 or 4 times in games. I think you're. Listen, if you end up picking up an injury, it's not because he's been overplayed. It's just these things happen. He's playing no more than any normal top-level player, in my opinion.
I'm just a bit cautious. That's why I'm just a bit cautious, because I like Rice. You're one of our best midfielders as well. That's the thing.
I hear you, but I think you're being manipulated into this. Stop overplaying your best players. They all play like this. At the end of the day, that all the top players play like it. You know, even like this week, you see Caicedo not start for Chelsea. It's only because he got back very, very late from Brazil. That's the only reason. Had he got back a day earlier, he starts the game, and he'll start nearly all of their games. Now they're in the Champions League.